Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors, including real fishing and hunting situations involving wildlife. We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content, but viewer discretion is advised. Now, enjoy the show.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
This week, we head to Easton for the Chesapeake Fire and Ice Festival. We'll head to Denton for the Caroline-Dorchester County Sportsmans Bash. We'll head to Crisfield to meet a violin maker in Scorchy's Corner. And we'll look for a few pearls at the Georgetown Oyster Eat. Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show dedicated to a commitment of conservation and to the community that makes Delmarva's outdoors such a hidden gem here in the Mid-Atlantic. My name is Jason Lee, and I'd like to wish a very happy 111th birthday to the Girl Scouts of America. They're the only organization in the world that can make me feel good about eating 3 boxes of cookies in a single day.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee.
Delmarva is full of wonderful towns, each with their own personality. We'd like to take you for a stroll through beautiful Easton to enjoy the Chesapeake Fire and Ice Festival.
Easton was created as the seat for Talbot County in 1710, but wasn't incorporated until 1790. The 2 acres of land where the courthouse was built was purchased with 15,000 pounds of tobacco, and the courthouse was built with the price tag of 115,000 pounds of tobacco. Easton has a rich history, much of which can still be seen in the architecture of the downtown area. According to the United States Census Bureau, Easton has an area of less than 11 square miles and was named by Forbes as one of America's 5 coolest places to buy a vacation home in 2018. The Chesapeake Fire and Ice Festival is an annual free event put on by Discover Easton, a nonprofit organization that promotes the businesses and cultural aspects of the town. The Fire and Ice Festival incorporates ice sculpture tours, live sculpture demonstrations, an outdoor ice skating rink, live music, a fire trail that features local restaurants, and a canine kissing booth from the Talbot County Humane Society. A map is available from the festival's website that helps guide you along the streets, parks, and shops. And as much as I tried to follow the map, I found the best approach was just walking the streets and letting the next corner I turn fill my afternoon with wonder and delight. Visitors can enjoy some of those live ice carvings during the Ice Block Party, which kicks off the festival Friday night. You can also try your hand at ice carving at the Academy Art Museum. The Talbot County Free Library hosted a reading of The Story of Frosty for the kids, and the ice skating at the Visitor Center was free of charge with ice skates available. I was reminded of my last attempt at ice skating in Snow Hill and decided that there were too many kids on the ice for me to try another attempt at Swan Like Grace. Maybe next year. The self-guided tour is perfect for anyone on a time crunch, or if your own little ones have a timer that hits 0 at any moment. With the weather cooperating, it was perfectly chilly without being cold, and as long as the ice sculptures were in the shade, the bright sun wasn't an enemy of the main attractions. But at the Chesapeake Fire and Ice Festival, it's pretty tough to put your finger on what the actual main attraction is. Between the ice sculptures, the live music, the great food, or even the perfect February weather, everything just kind of fit together like a puzzle. That's when it hits you. The main attraction of the festival isn't any of the things to see or do, it's the town itself. Easton is the main attraction. From the people, to the buildings, to the atmosphere of a crisp winter Saturday, the whole experience is what makes the Chesapeake Fire and Ice Festival such a must-do each year. But here's the coolest thing. Easton is open all year long, and there are plenty of things to do. The St. Patrick's Day Parade and annual potato race will be on March 17th. The spring celebration with a giant Easter egg hunt, and the Easter Bunny visiting on April 8th, May Day on May 1st, and movie nights all summer. But I sincerely encourage you to make a day of sightseeing, dining, shopping, and discovering why Easton really is a Delmarva destination worth the trip.
Easton never ceases to amaze me every time I'm there. You should make plans for a day trip sometime soon. You won't be disappointed. Still ahead on the show, we'll head to Crisfield in Scorchy's Corner to meet a violin maker. But up next, we'll scoot down to Denton to check out the Caroline-Dorchester County Fair's inaugural Sportsman's Bash. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. We're headed back to Denton for the inaugural Caroline-Dorchester County Fair's Sportsman's Bash. And a little bit of that there wintry white stuff. I'm here at the Caroline-Dorchester County Fairgrounds for the inaugural Sportsman's Bash. Now it is starting to snow out here, but the real action is inside. Good turnout so far.
Yes, we're very happy with everybody's come out. Definitely a good place to be on a snowy day. Come get your chicken dinner, your bucket shuck oyster, and hopefully win a gun.
You've got a lot of people here. Do we have an estimated number of tickets sold?
Pushing 400 this morning. I don't know, probably about 50% of our tickets, I think, were sold online. All those sales picked up over the last couple weeks when people were trying to make sure that they got a ticket to get in here. Those worked out really good.
And a Caroline County Sportsman's Bash just wouldn't be the same without some down-home cooking. Along with a chance at winning one of the many guns or other prizes, attendees can get a full belly and a sense of community you just don't find anywhere outside of Delmarva. And as I was walking around, I was starting to run out of digits while counting the guns, which appeared to be more than what we had discussed a few weeks back.
Did you pick up more guns? It looks like that we got some extras that we initially covered.
Yes, we have extra guns. We have tables set up with chances $5, $10, or $20, depending on the value of the gun. We probably have 10 or 15 in each denomination. We have Beretta that's going to be auctioned off, as far as I know. And then we have a lot of silent auction items. We have like 21 items for the silent auction. Yeti cooler, Grizzly cooler, some gift certificates for local places around here.
In case you were wondering just how many guns were available that day, thankfully, someone with excellent penmanship laid out the schedule of prizes for the day. And no, your eyes weren't playing tricks on you. That was a $500 cash prize up on the board. So for the price of your $60 ticket, you could have walked away with $500 to go along with the sense of community one gets from helping the Caroline and Dorchester County youth. We might disagree on a lot of things these days, but I think we all support the idea that getting kids out of the house and away from their screens would go a long way to better society as a whole. Programs like 4-H are so vital for our way of life here on Delmarva that without the support of Delmarva residents, that way of life may change permanently. And I'll go out on a limb and say that change won't exactly be for the better.
And once again, all of this is going to help benefit the 4-H clubs here in Caroline-Dorchester County.
Yes, most of the money that we're raising is going to go into the fair that we have every August, the first week of August. For entertainment, for the livestock shows, to give away better prizes, have better entertainment and so forth. Just taking a lot of the board members, there's like 15 of us, plus our spouses, and if we have children old enough to help work the event, we've enlisted them to help fall in and do different little odds and ends to help us out to make sure everything's a success.
Congratulations to everyone involved who made their first Sportsman's Bash such a success. We'll be looking forward to the next one, and of course, the Caroline-Dorchester County Fair coming up in August. Still ahead on the show, we'll get to shucking and sawdusting in Georgetown. But up next, we head to Crisfield to meet a violin maker in Scorchy's Corner. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now the saying goes, the older the violin, the sweeter the music. But the reason why one Crisfield man was actually making violins might be a little sweeter.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchito, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine. Everything but the water.
Elijah Wilson makes violins for the love of it. For him, it is a hobby, pure and simple.
It goes mostly to the children. Every one of the kids have got some, and some of my friends, special friends, I made some for.
None of Elijah's violins are for sale.
It would be too much worry. It would be too much strain on the old man to do it, that's all.
Elijah Wilson of Chrisfield is 73 years old. He made his first violin 30 years ago. It takes him 10 weeks to completely finish one. He speaks of the instrument in reverent tones.
It's the greatest instrument ever was made. It's no stopping to what it can do. It's just, it has no frets. Every movement of the finger changes all tones. Everyone has a different voice. Everyone has a different voice.
Elijah Wilson has made violins for himself, his children, his grandchildren, and into the 4th generation.
The first great-granddaughter was born. I made her a small violin for her to start with. If she take a notion, she would want to play.
And Naomi, now 5 and a half, did want to play.
How do you feel about her playing?
It's now you're touching hard.
Touch your heart, okay.
Elijah Wilson, a man who builds legacies into violins.
I just hope that they'll stay in the family somewhere. It's more like a monument.
Scorchito is wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchitos is presented by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that oysters are born male and the change to female doesn't happen until around a year old? Did you know that though that change may be permanent, oysters have been known to change gender again under certain conditions? Now you do. Did You Know is brought to you by North Bay Marina in Selbyville, Delaware. If you want to find us on the internet, but you're looking for a simple, single location to find all of our links, grab your phone right now, open up your camera, and point it at your screen. This QR code will give you all of our web links right there at your fingertips. If you missed it now, look for it in the bottom right corner of your screen towards the end of the show. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now, some traditions need no introduction, but if you've never heard of the Georgetown Oyster Eat, we'll pull up a chair and grab plenty of napkins.
We are at the Georgetown Firehouse in Georgetown, Delaware, Station 77 for the annual Oyster Eat. It's our 86th annual Oyster Eat. It's one of the biggest oyster eats in Delaware. We pack about 1,000 guys in here. We go through about 130 bushels of oysters, about 60 gallons of oysters, 225 dozen eggs, 1,800 hot dogs, and about 40 barrels of beverages. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We raise about $25,000 to $30,000 for the fire service, for the fire department here, which goes towards gear, fire apparatus, rescue tools, anything that we need to save people's lives and help people when they have an emergency. We have 8 tables out there. We do steamed oysters from the antique room, which every 5 minutes you'll see the oysters come out and they'll spread them out along the table.
I
actually for the past 8 years have donated the hot sauce for the event, and so we do a private label for the Georgetown Fire Department, and like I said, this is our 8th year doing it. We've done over 800 bottles for the event, and the profits go to the fire department. For the oyster bake itself, and what the money that makes for the Georgetown Fire Department is tremendous. It's the biggest fundraiser of the year from what I understand. I'm from Seaford, but I feel right at home being over here with these guys selling the sauce all night, but I think it's their biggest fundraiser of the year. The guys are coming down in buses from up north, and they just plan on this yearly event, and they come over here. They're lining up out front right now. They start lining up 2 hours before the doors open. I meet a lot of people in here, and I might get other business from it, but I meet some old friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm meeting some new friends. So I'm a people person. I enjoy being around a lot of people, and there'll be a lot of people here tonight.
If you ask anybody in Georgetown, about the Oyster Eat, that's all you have to say is the Oyster Eat. They automatically know it's the Georgetown Firehouse because it's been going on since 1937. It's, it helps the community, all together. We have people that come here from the community, and they have fun. It's about having fun for 4 hours.
Now, if you still need to get your oyster on, might I suggest the Snow Hill Oyster Roast on Sunday, March 26th. Always a good time, and you might even see us there. Coming up after the break, we'll wrap up the show with your latest viewer photos. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after this.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures, thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina. DeSheryl Rankin sent in this cool eagle flyover picture she took with the Talbot Bird Club in Oxford. Steve Lawless found a couple of beaver lodges on Gosley Creek in Lewis. Hopefully he'll be able to snap a couple of photos of the newborns when they start to emerge here in a few weeks. Stephanie Montrose of Chincoteague sent in these beautiful shots of some buffleheads on the Assateague Channel. And she also managed to snap a couple of photos of a ring-tailed water panda. Checking notes. Wait. That's a raccoon going for a swim. And our buddy Ken Fullerton sent in another stunning shot of a great horned owl. Now, I'm no Ken Fullerton, but I did manage to get a picture of a couple of mallards hanging out with this shady Canadian fella. And I love this time of year when the daffodils start popping up in random places like little bunches of sunshine surprise.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for our show this week. Keep sending in those photos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com. The Outdoors Delmarva Expo is coming to the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington on Saturday, April 22nd. It's free to attend thanks to Spicer Brothers, I.G. Burton, and Shorts Marine. You'll see vendors like Nanacoke Outfitters, Oaks Outdoors, Bell Creek Equipment, the Riverside Lodge, and more. For more information, check out wbocevents.com. If you have a business on Delmarva that specializes in anything outdoors and you'd like to be a vendor, well, send us an email and we'll get you all the information. My name is Jason Lee, and until we meet again, I hope to see you outdoors, Delmarva.
You've been watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And sponsored by Shorts Marine. Everything but the water.